Hello, my name is Nelson Montenegro, and I'll be guiding you today through the installation process on how to apply 4DX to senior project. First, I will guide you through the instructor installation, followed by the student's installation process, and lastly, I'll guide you through the uninstallation process. Let's begin with the instructor installation. Firstmost, the instructor will be the only one with repository access, for which he will need to head over to GitHub and download the repository folder if he hasn't done so to save it on his or her personal computer. First, let's head over to GitHub. If you haven't created an account for GitHub, please create an account in order to access the repository. Once you're logged in, go to the repository name, Apply4DX to Senior Project, and we will download the zip folder. Once the download is complete, head over to the location for where the download is saved. In my case, it's saved on downloads, and extract the folder. Once you extract the folder, double click on the folder and head over to the folder name program. And you will see an Excel sheet named Applying4DX to Senior Project. Now, make sure that you have a OneDrive folder connected to FIU. If you haven't done so, please do. Once you have the OneDrive connected to FIU, you're gonna select the Apply4DX Senior Project sheet, and you're gonna drag it into the OneDrive folder for FIU. Once you finish, we will head over to OneDrive. If you haven't created an account, sign up, it's free, and use your student email or instructor's email. Once you have an account, sign in. Once you're signed in, you will see all the folders that you have on the FIU OneDrive. We will be heading over to the Excel sheet named Applying4DX to Senior Project. We are going to select it. And on the right-hand side, you will see an arrow, which allows us to share this Excel sheet with everyone else. We will click on that. Once we click on that, a pop-up box will pop up. And you will see that you have different options. One of them, anyone with a link can view. People in FIU International University with the link, people with existing access, or specific people. We will be clicking people in Florida International University. We will click allow editing, and we will apply. And here you have two options. You could send a massive email, or by copying the link and sending a massive email through Canvas to all the students on that semester, or you can send an email individually. I recommend copying the link and sending a mass email to all the students, so every student that is assigned to that class will have access to that link. Once everyone has that, that is the finalization from the instructor's installation process. Now, first, the file should have been shared by the instructor to the students through Microsoft OneDrive, and they were given edit permissions. Students need to set up a OneDrive account if they haven't done so already. Once the students have access to the OneDrive account, they can head over to Share section, and they'll see a list of files shared with them. They will select the Apply4DX Senior Project sheet. And you will open an app. You'll click open. You will enable the content. You will click yes to make the document trusted. And now you have access to the 4DX sheet. Next, we will talk about the uninstallation process for 4DX Senior Project. The professor heads over to the OneDrive, selects the Applying4DX Senior Project sheet, clicks on menu, clicks on manages access, and here he would see a list of all students sharing this link. All he would do is click on the link here that says stop sharing, and it will stop sharing with all students who are assigned to this link. The uninstallation process for students is straightforward. They head over to the OneDrive. They would select the Applying4DX Senior Project sheet. They will select it, and all they will have to do is just delete. And it will be removed from the OneDrive, and they won't have access anymore to that specific file. Next, we're going to talk about how to maintain the software solution. It's important to note that the professor is the only one with administrative access. Let's dive in and click on the admin login. We're going to type in the username, which is root, and the password, which is admin. In this case, these are the generated usernames and password that we created, but the administrator has the ability to change these. Once you log in, you will get a pop-up box saying successfully signed in. Now you will see a table. In the first column, you will see the list of students that are enrolled in that course, projects that are created by the professors, the project names assigned to that specific student, their usernames and password. In case the student forgets his or her username and password, the administrator is able to retrieve that information for them. Remember, by deleting the username or password or both, you are as well deleting the data saved on that specific user. So it's important that if you're going to delete the username and password, the student has to re-register again for the project, but the information stored will be deleted. That is something to always keep in mind when retrieving the username and password and making a decision on whether to issue that same username and password to the user/student or deleting it and allowing the student to re-register again. Now we're going to talk about the functionality of the program. First things first, before you open the project, make sure to open an empty Excel sheet, just as so. Head over to File, Options, Customize Ribbon, and on the right-hand side, you will see a check next to the developer. On default, it's always going to be unchecked, but make sure that you have it checked in order for you to see and view the code, the VBA code. Once you click OK, you will see that a tab is generated by the name developer. Now you're able to close this Excel sheet and open the project, and you will see that you have the developer. Head over to Visual Basics, and here you will see the actual code that is behind the scene that runs the program itself. We divided the project into different sections, forms and modules. Forms here display the visual representation of the GUI of what the user sees. and each combo box, text box, and button have their independent functionality behind that.